Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be all about how I made this DIY neon sign for my daughter's birthday party. So this sign is super budget friendly. All you're going to need is some EL wire. You can choose whatever color you like, cutting mat, preferably one that's a lot bigger than mine, a craft knife with plenty of fresh blades, a hot glue gun, a pencil, and some foam core or core flute to the size that you want your sign. Just a reference, mine is 5 mils thick. I always use font.com when looking for fonts for my signs, and then once I've installed them onto my computer, I just use Microsoft Word to type out my word, and then I increase the font size to whatever it is that I need before printing them out just on my home printer. Then always make sure just to lay out the word onto my board before I start cutting or anything, just to make sure it fits. And I just trace the word out onto my board. Link down below to the exact font that I use, just in case this is the one that you're after. But for this style of sign, really all you need is really a script where all the letters join up. So you can see here the tracing comes out quite faintly on the board. It's really just an impression. So what I like to do then, to make it easier on myself, is go back with the pencil and just trace over that impression that you've made on the board. Now you can see it much better. So now you can get to work on the cutting, which is obviously the most tedious part. You really need to use fresh blades. So as soon as your blade starts to get a little bit dull, you're going to want to swap it out and get a fresh one. For reference, I went through about 3 or 4 blades for this sign. I recommend working in small sections and cutting off excess as you go. It's going to make your job a hell of a lot easier. And also I'd recommend using a larger cutting board than me. I'm having to keep moving the sign to fit onto my tiny little cutting board, so I think it's about time for me to invest in a large one. I just use a little piece of tape there to reinforce one of my joins between my letters. If the joins between the letters are a little bit narrow, those sections can be quite weak, but I found that just using a little bit of tape really does help keep the word together. Time to start threading your EL wire through the word. So I just started obviously at the top of my T there. I just made a little hole with a pencil and just started feeding everything through. This is going to be slightly different for each word, just depending what letters are in your word. So with mine, I had to go in and out a couple of times of my T, but then once I got to the A and the rest of the word, I was able to just leave the wire on top and glue it into place. My hot glue gun is absolutely on its last legs. It was so hard trying to push the glue through. So definitely use a good hot glue gun for this. It'll make your life so much easier. I kept my glued sections quite close together. I didn't do the entire length of the wire, but there was only about 1 centimeter in between each section of glue, just to sort of keep it in place. The wire is really flexible, so it won't hold its shape without the glue. And then as you come to the end of the word, you're going to need to make another little hole to feed through the excess wire. I have read that you can cut off the excess wire if you want to. You need to reseal it though. I didn't bother doing that. I knew I'd be hiding my wire behind the backdrop of the party anyway. And I've seen other people do it where they use masking tape to cover up the excess wire so you don't see it. But that is it. That's how you make the sign. Super easy. It was really effective. It was really bright in real life. It turned out way better than I actually thought it was going to. I hope you found this helpful. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye.